want to get to Mr. Scottie Pippen himself, the Chicago Bulls
Pippen.
legend who won 6 championships with Michael Jordan. That Scottie Pippen. Well, he's had a lot to say about his former teammate recently, and it hasn't been that flattering. Take a listen.
It's not even worth talking about
The two of them.
when you ask who's better, LeBron or Michael. You can't ask me who's the GOAT between LeBron and Michael. Neither one of them are GOATs.
Nigga, please.
Okay, it's one of them interviews, huh? That don't even make no sense. Let's keep going, though.
You can't put them at the top of the pinnacle. Magic Johnson, to me, is a bigger GOAT than anybody because of how he led, how he brought a whole team, how when the greatest scorer in the game, Kareem, was not there, and him as a rookie
Center.
steps in and plays a position that no one even knew he could play. That's transcending what you can do as a player.
Hey, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Hiring Talks. We talk about life, mental health, and culture. Scottie Pippen. Hey, look, Michael Jordan's son was spanking your ex-wife. He been having a lot of things to say about Jordan because he's always been Jordan's sidekick. Everybody put Jordan, and then you got Pippen or whatever the case may be, even though Michael Jordan already said that he wouldn't win without Pippen and all that good stuff. But he's salty, bro.
I'm trying to be nice. I really, really am. But what Scottie Pippen just said was some straight bullshit, especially coming out of his mouth. Before I get into it, however, that soundbite that y'all just saw, courtesy of Patrick Bet David's podcast, the PBD podcast, which I've been on as a guest. He had Scottie Pippen on as a guest, did a great job interviewing him, by the way. That soundbite raised a few eyebrows, and now other NBA players are coming to Michael Jordan's defense. Most recently was Carmelo Anthony on his podcast, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, this past Friday. Check out what Carmelo Anthony had to say.
Now, you can't do this every time, though, Scottie, my nigga. Like, you done been in the bunker with MJ. You done been in the trenches with this guy. You signed up for the Breakfast Club. You was part of that.
Word.
Don't take that away from the guard now after all of these years.
Word.
Whatever feelings you feel about him, like, that is who it is. That's MJ. Like, you know what time it is with that. As far as LeBron goes, leave that man the alone. Like, leave that alone, Scottie. Like, pay homage to Magic, but leave them alone. Is the ghost of our league, man. Those are the three. So whatever issues you have with Bron, like, leave that shit alone, Scottie. Like, Bron ain't even thinking about you. Like, nobody even, like, matter of fact, Bron, this is a situation where Bron need to see Scottie. Because enough is enough.
Like, square up at this point.
Not even square up, but we got now. You talk about man conversations. Me and you gotta have a real conversation. Like, what the is going on? You can't keep MJ the GOAT this day and Mike LeBron is the GOAT better than MJ this day. Oh, 6 years later, you know what? Both of them. Magic is the GOAT. Magic been the GOAT.
Bro, exactly, too, bro. Like, bro, you was just saying, you've said that LeBron was better than Jordan. Now you saying they neither the GOATs. That boy's salty. He been through a lot, bro. He's salty, I'm telling you.
See, that's why Melo's my man. Because Melo's a real one and he's honest. Scottie, it's not that he's dishonest, it's that he's bitter. Now, let me be very, very clear. I go off the reservation, per se, when you say you hating on somebody just because you don't believe they're the GOAT. Scottie Pippen's opinion, he's a 6-time champion. He's one of the greatest players in NBA history. He's a top 75 player of all time, one of the elite defensive players the game of basketball has ever seen. You can never take that away.
Look at that man, bro.
Okay? But the issue with Scott,
it looks like he's had some rough time after the NBA, bro. Look at him. Bro been stressed.
Pippen, in his opinion, is that it has waffled, it has wavered, and Melo was absolutely right to point that shit out. The fact of the matter is, when you look at Scottie Pippen, years ago, MJ was the GOAT. He's on national TV. On NBA Today, if I remember correctly. On ESPN, sitting up there talking about LeBron is great, but he wasn't MJ. Then you get pissed off at MJ, but LeBron is the GOAT now. Now it ain't even LeBron, it's Magic. Magic's a 5-time champion. Universally recognized as the greatest point guard in the history of basketball. And was a winner. Got to 9 NBA finals that dominated the 80s. And he was Showtime, and he was a facilitator, and he was all of that. That's fine. Even Magic and Bird said, Michael Jordan told him to their face, there's a new sheriff in town. We all know what time it is. And what makes it so sacrilegious, which is what Melo pointed out, that's the cat you in the bunker with.
Word.
See, we're not talking about the real when it comes to Scottie Pippen and all of this stuff. We're not talking about the real. You won 6 championships with them. Remember you retired after the first three-peat? Remember how you couldn't get it done as a member of the Chicago Bulls? Courtesy, in part, of the Hugh Hollins call.
Jordan, I don't know if he would have won 6 without Pippen, but he would have won some without Pippen. He would have at least got at least a handful or a couple or at least one. I don't know if Pippen would have ever won without Jordan a championship. Just my humble opinion. How you talking about him like that, bro? You was in the trenches with him, like Melo said, and like Stephen A. saying. That's crazy. That's how some people do you, though.
As a member of the Chicago Bulls, courtesy, in part, of the Hugh Hollins call against you on the Hubert Davis jump shot at Madison Square Garden. I get that part, but you still didn't get it done. And then the very next year, Michael Jordan comes back. Y'all get bounced out in the second round to the Orlando Magic with Nick Anderson and those boys. But prior to that, you were kicking up your sneaker, showing the Jordan emblem on the bottom, begging them to come back. What you asking back for then? It was your team. Same team, by the way, that you got pissed at and deserted because Phil Jackson called the final shot for Tony Kukoc. Remember that? You talking about Jordan this way. Now you throwing LeBron and you saying, don't none of them matter but Magic. Could it be that you bringing up Magic because Magic was a facilitator and you thought yourself as a facilitator? You weren't a facilitator. Even though you played point forward, you wasn't driving in the lane and dishing it out like Magic did. You were running the triangle and you were an elite defender. But you wanted the quintessential, prototypical point guard that Magic Johnson was. So you didn't mirror his game either. Who's it going to be next, Scottie?
He gonna say I'm the GOAT next. He gonna be mad. He gonna say somebody out the YMCA the GOAT. John Doe the GOAT. You saw the way he came in on Saturday and started hooping yesterday. See, Jordan couldn't do that. LeBron couldn't do that. You know, he gonna go to the wire. That's what he gonna do.
And why is it gonna be somebody else? Could it be because you're bitter? Could it be because of the last dance and you still salty about that?
Yeah.
Could it be because when it was time for you to get paid, even though Michael Jordan had advised you not to take the money because it was a bad contract, you didn't listen to him and then ended up being bitter and trying to hold out and all of this other stuff? Could it be because when Michael Jordan retired and you went and you took your talents to Portland that you couldn't close the deal and Shaq and Kobe put you up out of there in the Game 7?
Shout out Kobe.
All of that happened.
And could it be because Michael Jordan's son is spanking your lady or used to? That has something that you can't tell me that don't got nothing to do with him talking about Jordan crazy lately. I'm keeping it a bean, though. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just keeping it a bean, bro. Keeping it a bean.
But you talking. Damn, I appreciate Carmelo Anthony calling it out like that. He didn't get as specific as I did, but the specifics that I threw out there is exactly what Carmelo was talking about. LeBron don't need to step to him. Like, what's this? All he's saying is that neither one of them is the GOAT to me, but LeBron's the GOAT of this generation. He just ain't the GOAT over MJ. It is what it is. My nephew Josh wanted to be in on this segment too, because you had a lot to say about it off the air. So go ahead and tell the audience what you have to say about it now.
Well, I'm on Scottie's side in a way.
What?
You heard me. And the reason why is because I got 2 questions for you, because you keep bringing up what happened when Michael Jordan retired. If Scottie Pippen retired at that same time and Michael Jordan was playing with Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc and them, would they have won the championship?
Wrong question. The right question is 2 parts. Number 1, would Michael Jordan have quit on his team and refused to re-enter a game because Phil Jackson called the final shot for somebody else?
No, Jordan wouldn't have did that. Let's keep going.
Then I answer that question.
Would Phil Jackson call the shot for somebody else when Michael Jordan was on the team?
Exactly. That's
the point, bro. That's the point. I'm gonna let it run, y'all. I'm gonna let it run.
Then answer that question.
Would Phil Jackson call a shot for somebody else if Michael Jordan was on the team?
Exactly. That's my point. No, he wouldn't have.
Yeah.
He would have let Jordan decide it. You know why? Because Jordan was a better offensive player than Scottie Pippen was. So Jordan would have been in a position to make a better decision. That's how John Paxson hit a game-winning shot to win a championship. That's how Steve Kerr hit a game-winning shot to win a championship. What Scottie would do naturally, Jordan would draw attention and create an opportunity for somebody else because his greatness offensively was so supreme that you expected him to take the last shot so he could defer to somebody else and make sure they had a wide open shot. Nobody was keying on Scottie Pippen like that because Scottie Pippen didn't have that kind of offensive repertoire. So that's number one.
When Jordan was gone and it was Scottie Pippen and Tony Kukoc, you're going to choose Tony Kukoc to take the last shot?
The last shot, yes. You're not saying that Scottie Pippen wasn't a better all-around player,
player.
But Tony Kukoc was a better shooter.
That's it, just shooter.
Yeah,
I'm a better offensive player.
But a last shot is a last shot. And so if they're keying on you, Tony Kukoc is a guy that you trust to make the shot. Scottie Pippen can make a play. Tony Kukoc can make a shot. Don't act like you know basketball.
I'm saying
like your
I'm
uncle.
not calling the play for Tony Kukoc. I'd have been offended too if I'm Scottie Pippen. You're not doing that to Jordan.
Would you have refused to re-enter the game?
Is it my team or not?
Would you have refused?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Then shut the hell up.
I would
Yeah, nobody's calling on Pippen to take the last three, bro. The last three-pointer, you calling on Pippen? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not even really no disrespect because, like, you got Ray Allen, or you got another shooter on the team. You might give the last shot to Ray Allen, or you might give the last shot to, I can't think of another three-point shooter on the team right now, back when he was winning chips. You see what I'm saying? Or Kyrie, because he's a better shooter, bro. But Jordan, you going to get Jordan to take the last shot because Jordan is a better, you know, I see what Stephen A. saying.
team or not?
Would you have refused?
No, I
Answer
wouldn't
me.
do that.
Then shut the hell up.
I wouldn't
Stop
do
arguing about this.
That's
Okay?
that's not the point. You didn't answer
that
the
is the
question.
point.
You didn't answer the question.
What was the question, Josh?
Would they have won if Scottie Pippen retired?
Under the same conditions, listen to me good. If the Bulls were in the same position that Scottie Pippen was in, remember, they win that series against the Knicks, they probably end up going to the finals, and then they would have played Houston. Do I believe that the Chicago Bulls could have beat the Houston Rockets? Yes. Now, again, I'm telling you, they're not a lesser version of themselves if Jordan is there instead of Pippen. That's my point to you. Whether they win or lose, they're not a lesser version. The Chicago Bulls are not a lesser version with Jordan than they were with Pippen. That ain't happening. Nobody would disagree with me on that one. That would not happen.
Michael Jordan on the Bulls in the playoffs, record is worse than Scottie Pippen's Bulls on the records without Jordan.
Excuse me. Scottie Pippen only had a couple of playoff series without Jordan.
How many Jordan had?
That Jordan and Scottie Pippen played for since the 80s with each other.
But Jordan,
so the 6 championships, hold on, wait. They played like 8-9 years together.
Right.
Scottie Pippen played 1 year without Jordan. So you can't compare the numbers. Stop. Let's move on to something because you sound ignorant, okay? You sound ignorant, all right? That's number one. What was the other part that you was going to say about Scottie Pippen? You don't even remember.
Because you threw me in
no damn sense.
Let me get my points, though. I can't. Ain't this my segment?
Anything else you want to say about Scottie Pippen? Because you sound ignorant.
Yeah, I do. I feel like between me and you,
Nephew-tism.
you're the Michael Jordan of our situation. It's cool to be Scottie Pippen sometimes. So, I got this merch, and it's featuring me and you on it. Well, check it out. That's me, because that was me holding. That's when Michael Jordan, had the flu or whatever. Stephen A. gets sick sometime, and I ended up carrying him. So I ended up putting that on the shirt. So I got one for you. Extra large?
Goodbye, America. I see you. That's it for the show.
Hey, shout out to Stephen A. Smith, nephew. Hey, let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know who y'all think is the GOAT. But some people be like, Kareem the GOAT. People be saying, the GOAT to me really is Jordan. But it depends who you saw. I'm going to keep it real. That's what I think. I think it depends who you saw while they were playing, because it's hard to tell me Kobe Bryant's not the greatest of all time. He was close to Jordan. He Jordan this and he shot. I get that. But who cares? Jordan game was after Dr. J. You see what I'm saying? Just because he was inspired don't mean nothing. Like Bron even wear Jordan number, you know what I'm saying, or used to, or whatever the case may be. I don't know if he's still doing that. But you know what I mean? Like, I get the inspiration and stuff like that, but it depends who you saw coming up, because, and not just the highlights. It's like you see Kobe on a random Friday night in the middle of the season against the Bucks or something, you know what I'm saying? And he's cooking. I seen him win 5 championships. I seen him win more championships without Shaq than Shaq won without him. He won 2 without Shaq. Shaq won 1 without him. You see what I'm saying? Back to back. You know what I'm saying? Even though Shaq's team was the 3-peat, when Shaq left and all that stuff, and Kobe had some of them rebuilding years, he won back to back. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. So there's some people that seen Bron coming up, and they just think Bron is the GOAT, which is cool. You really ain't wrong with that, and I understand that. But it's people who saw Jordan. But overall, bro, I don't know, bro. I think it's Jordan, man. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm gonna go ahead and get on another video, man. This is Hiram Talks. We talk about life, mental health, and culture. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.